The 2015 Ducati Hypermotard SP. It takes a certain kind of chutzpah to call yourself a motard, let alone a hypermotard. But since 2007, that's what Ducati has called this high-riding, lightweight, powerful, and dirt bike-like machine. It's the Ducati Hypermotard, and yes, it still evokes the same childlike enthusiasm out of me now as it did 8 years ago. Since first breaking into the market in 2007, the Hypermotard has wrestled a specific niche motorcycle segment and has called it its own. It's an impressive achievement for a bike considered to be young by Ducati standards, but the Hypermotard and its fellow offsprings, the Hypermotard SP and the Hyperstrada, have become fan favorites in their own right, thanks in large part to their seamless integration of a dirt bike's elusive agility with the refined power and sporty characteristics of a sports bike. It's no wonder that the Hypermotard is still going strong to this day. Whether you're a young rider looking to gain some experience on two wheels or you're a grizzled vet looking for something fun and enjoyable, the Hypermotard has extended its reach far beyond Ducati's original plans for the bike. Then again, that's what happens when you appeal across a broad spectrum of riders. Click Continue Reading to read more about the Ducati Hypermotard. Design. There's a lot to like about the Hypermotard's design, specifically with how Ducati seems to have taken the bike's trademark dirt bike-inspired look to a whole new level. I'm not a particularly big fan of the higher ground clearance from a functional standpoint, but as far as aesthetics go, I have to admit that it does make the Hypermotard look more versatile than ever before. Outside of that, Ducati also put in some new features on the bike, most specifically the remastered rear-view mirrors and the redesigned body that now proudly shows a more streamlined look that pays added homage to its dirt bike roots. The bike also received new headlights and indicators. The headlights is now comprised of a single blue vision filament lamp that features dipped and full beam functions, whereas the directional indicators, which are integrated into the hand guards, carry standard LEDs. At the back, the rear light makes use of a specially designed strip of LEDs that are enhanced by a high-diffusion lens shaped into the sleek lines of the tailpiece, functioning both as a rear light and a brake light. If you can manage to get comfortable on the Hypermotard SP, you'll also notice that the bike's instrument panel now features a new LCD display with a dot matrix readout to view all the cursory data you need. That includes info on speed, revs, mileage, trip 1 and trip 2, engine coolant temperature, ambient temperature and the time. In addition, it also shows the bike's current fuel consumption, average speed and journey time. Design specifications. Frame. You have to give it to Ducati for putting in some pretty nifty equipment on the Hypermotard to ensure that it handles like a bike that's true to its character. The new tubular steel trellis frame is sturdy enough that riders can feel safe on the bike and knowing that it's still agile enough to tackle rough corners. Likewise, the addition of the Öhlins rear shock on the Hypermotard SP is a bonus, too, as are the Marcassini-forged aluminum wheels, the 17-inch Pirelli Diablo Super Corsa SP tires, and the Bosch Brembo braking system that features double Brembo M4.32 monoblock 4-piston radial calipers on the front that can be activated by a radial brake master cylinder with an adjustable 5-position lever. Is there really anything else to say about this that doesn't invite even more confidence in the bike's wheel tire brake setup? I don't think so. But like anything else, the Hypermotard SP isn't a perfect bike because there's really no such thing as a perfect bike. Every motorcycle comes with items that can be improved, and this one is no different. My specific gripe about the Hypermotard SP is the alarmingly high ground clearance of 35 inches. I don't know about you guys, but I'm only 5 feet 5 inches on a good day. That kind of clearance makes it next to impossible for me to get on the bike, let alone touch the floor when I'm seated. The aforementioned Öhlins shock maybe keep the bike sturdy, but that 6.9-inch travel lifts the seat a little too high for me. Frame specifications. Drivetrain. The Ducati Hypermotard SP comes to the dance packing Ducati's new 821cc Hyperstrada engine that produces up to 110 horsepower and 65.7 pound-feet of torque. Those are pretty impressive numbers for a bike with the size of Hypermotard SP. But numbers only paint one part of picture. The other side doesn't involve the output as much as what riders can do with them. In this case, Ducati set up the Hypermotard family with a ride-by-wire system, which allows 3 different riding modes: race, sport, and wet, with each coming with their own set of features. The race mode, for instance, comes with 110 horsepower and sporting high torque numbers, whereas the sport mode also packs 110 horsepower, albeit with a progressive medium torque. The least powerful of the bunch, the wet mode, only carries 75 horsepower with progressive low torque for understandably reasons. In addition to the riding modes, the RBW system also features 4 levels of ABS and 9-level traction control, all of which were developed for the specific reason of allowing riders to enjoy a full scope of riding capabilities on the Hypermotard SP. That was something Ducati made sure the bike had, and for the most part, the company succeeded in that regard. Drivetrain specifications. Special packs. One of the nice things about the Ducati Hypermotard SP is the wide range of accessories it can receive courtesy of Ducati. Whether it requires a sporting touch, the convenience of touring fixtures, or clean urban design, the sport, touring and urban packs are the ideal complementary packages for the Hypermotard SP. The Sport Pack includes Termagnoni low exhaust using high-quality titanium and carbon components, as well as racing foot pegs, an adhesive carbon tank protector, and a low silencer kit homologate for EU countries as well as the USA and Canada. Meanwhile, the Touring Pack, which is more advisable on the Hyperstrada, comes with heated hand grips, passenger grab handles, a tank bag kit and a top case kit. Last but not least is the Urban Pack, which is made up of components conceived for city dwellers. These include a carbon fiber rear mudguard with an eye-catching matte finish, a racing number plate holder for extra zest, and a high-security anti-theft system. Pricing. The Ducati Hypermotard SP comes with a price of $14,995. Every purchase of the bike comes with a 2-year unlimited mileage warranty with maintenance service intervals recommended at 9,000 miles or 12 months and a valve clearance check at 18,000 miles.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.